It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and our focus is on Dameon Pierce.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they come in off a loss last time out, but overall they've been playing well. 6 wins and 8 prior to that defeat. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Well, the Jaguars ready to go on offense for the first time, and they're led by the former #1 pick in the draft in his 3rd season now, Charles, Trevor Lawrence.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now Lawrence. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. This is caught inside the 15. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games, too? What the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Again, it's Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 2nd down, here's Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Brenton Strange, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. This is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you're really out here in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. So here come the Texans now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And I like his honesty, because when we sat down with him, I mean, he was the first one to say, that was on me last week, a really poor performance. Way too many interceptions, didn't find the end zone throwing the ball, put his defense and his special teams in some real jeopardy, but somehow they won the game.
Somehow they won.
Yeah, what I loved about is when he told us about the defense kind of corralling him in the locker room and said, all right, my man, we're not going to do that again this week, are we?
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early And I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind when he called that play. And if so, is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one right there.
The second down throw now from Stroud. Under pressure, they got him again. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
Well, it's apparent that these guys are getting after it right from the opening kickoff. They roll right downfield and score on their first possession. And here on defense, back-to-back sacks. Someone is ready to play.
Fights through it. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down. Fourth down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. The numbers on the ground for Etienne last week. 14 carries, 69 yards, and a touchdown.
Has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, so a lot of credit has to go to the rest of the offense because you know those big guys up front are doing work. But now the goal is to get to 10. And don't for a second think that the defense doesn't know that. They'd like to do their best to keep him out of the end zone in this one.
And Etienne going to have a Jags first down as he'll get this up to midfield. From midfield now, Lawrence. A short throw there to Strange. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 43-yard line.
A handoff running left is Etienne. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Jaguars.
And they'll go again with Etienne. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Here's Lawrence to throw. He's got room at the 30. And some space here. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 17-yard line. And he goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Now Lawrence to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Christian Harris there finding his way home to record the sack.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
Here comes Dell on the return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
The numbers on the ground for Pierce last week. 20 carries, 102 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
Stroud's throw pulled in by Woods. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 36. A good pickup there, 22.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Stroud off the play fake. He finds his man, complete. That's back. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the 32-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 16-yard line.
Toss left side for Pierce. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
As Stroud now to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. Pierce now up the middle. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Delay of game, offense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Still third down.
How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, Stroud. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So a good job there to kind of weather the storm in that first quarter and come back with their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, you hate to be coming from behind early on, but you're exactly right. They took some time, able to move the ball, and now it's back to a 10-3 game.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Offense.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Lawrence. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Texans will take over. Offense back out there along with Dameon Pierce. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season, but some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Well, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year, not to take anything away from him. Now here's Stroud. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. The Texans at 4-6 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. Trayvon Walker able to record his 5th sack of the season. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Here's Corliss Waitman now. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 16. And Lawrence will throw.
A short throw there to Strange.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second.
Lawrence. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
Here's Lawrence. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
On the counter, ETN.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
These two teams, they met earlier in the year in Jacksonville with the Jags coming out on top. So a win here in Houston would give them the season sweep.
Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked up by Steven Nelson.
And the Texans are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Now 2nd and 3. The throwing again is Stroud. That's caught again by Schultz.
60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down.
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Devin Lloyd leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
They'll run a draw now with Singletary.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn out for the field goal try for the Texans. He made his first attempt, this from 45. Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that'll bring him back within 4.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves them in pretty good shape.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Got his man. It's the tight end Strange with it.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives them a first down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence.
And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. His throw incomplete.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne.
So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down.
48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
2nd and 6. Lawrence, now this is Etienne on the draw.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now a 3-point swing right there.
And that is no good. And this will stay a 4-point game.
And anytime you see a kicker try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
1 second, all that remains. Meanwhile, Stroud's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here.
So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis. And it's the Buccaneers who are out in front. The Buccaneers trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Next, we'll head east. It's on to Cincinnati as we check in on the Bengals at home at Paycor Stadium. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Bengals trying to hold on and claim victory. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Adam Thielen, a touchdown reception. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Here's Tank down to return it from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Texans going to take over here to start quarter number 3. This is a game, Charles, that's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Stroud to throw it.
And his throw is incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That third down conversion good for 23.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory.
Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position. Throwing now is Stroud.
Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down.
From the gun on third down, here's Stroud. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 35. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Back to the ground with Pierce. And able to get this to the 31.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And Pierce gets it again on second down. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Stroud got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan.
So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 20-yard line.
Give to Pierce.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Stroud out of the gun here.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Noah Brown from 17 yards out.
And the Texans have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, Valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Etienne up the middle. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 35-yard line. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that's complete. Etienne out of the backfield. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll try the left side with Etienne. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Derek Stingley, he got there in a hurry, and he earns the TFL. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Etienne once more. Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. Now Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball, but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to it and hold it for just a short gain.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Houston set to take over. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 22-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Stroud. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Well, as we all know, possessions are crucial in a tie game, and let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now a handoff for Pierce. And he'll rumble for about 5 and close to the 40.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And they'll run with Pierce. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Stroud now on 2nd down. Now into a sea of defenders had intercepted. Wayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. What did you see there, Charles, on that interception from the rookie?
They've shown him certain looks on defense throughout the first half, and they pulled the string here in the second half because he got used to those looks, and they showed the exact same thing, but changed it up just a little bit where he thought something was open, and now with the change in defense, it no longer was.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll look to ETN to start things out. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
A gain of 1 yard. And the Jaguars first down.
3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. A slant to Jones. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Texans' 44-yard line.
On play action, Lawrence. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Berryman. And the Texans are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
7 yards there and a 1st down. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Play action. Stroud now. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Whenever I see an in route dropped, as we just saw in that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, They're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
This will be complete to Mechie. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on 4th. It would be 58 yards from here. Stroud on 3rd down now.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
At their own 23.
Now ETN to start the drive.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
2nd and 9. Another tote for ETN. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 77 yards now for ETN, and he's got a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. Throw right side, caught by Ridley.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Lawrence will throw.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
They'll run with ETN.
And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Oh, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence.
Picked up by Steven Nelson. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Houston's offense taking over again. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Stroud looking to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Mechie.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
And Stroud now to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Mechie, the man in motion. And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
The 2nd down throw now from Stroud.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Gets the dump off to Pierce. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there. And it helps him move the sticks. Mechie, the man in motion. They'll run here with Pierce. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Play action. Here's Stroud. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Jordan.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
3rd and goal. Stroud. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
A 23-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way to field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides would be thrilled with that.
So here now, Lawrence and the Jaguars down by 6, 2:18 on the clock. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Lawrence looking for the out route here, and it's completed to Kirk.
A little football one-on-one there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Here's Lawrence. Man open, here is Jones. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. This ball caught by Strange. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep him from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave him, and it was successful.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Just over 30 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Throwing now, Lawrence. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Texans have just about sewn up this football game. Just when you thought this game might be turned on its ear, a late interception pretty much going to seal the deal.
Yeah, boy, talk about having your backs to the wall. This defense, they looked like they were in danger of surrendering this lead, but they knew they needed that one play, and they got it right there, partner.
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
35-yard line. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10.
This is 1st and 10.
35-yard line.
Back to throw. Lawrence.
This is caught. It's Kirk. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. He's back to throw. This for all the marbles. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for but couldn't secure it. And this one's over.
What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play. Getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for the Texans, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.